I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you since we used to be able to go outside and you were
I
in Texas.
know.
You were on stage. It was a Texas fair and everybody was going nuts for you.
That was
And
fun. Don't you miss going outside? I miss being outside.
and remember the fair? You can eat a whole bunch of everything. They had fried. Ugh.
Ain't gonna lie though, I ate a whole bunch of everything during this quarantine. A whole bunch of everything. We were just talking, but you know, you got to get out there, and I've been trying to run it off and stay healthy. But child, yes, I do miss the fair. It's
But
fun.
I see you got your stomach and I see abs. I could never do that. I only show myself from the boobies up because that's where the weight went.
See,
I
that's just the angle, Claudia. It's just the angle because you know you sit a little sideways. That's what.
I need lessons. So how are you doing during the pandemic, or how are you staying because it's just day after day of negative news. Is it affecting you?
You know what? I am. This quarantine is really it's caused me to dive deeper into myself, and I've always had a really great relationship with God, but I swear this quarantine has made us tight like glue, and that's how I keep saying, you know what I mean? Like I'm a sermon watching, you know, call my aunt who was my pastor at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like it's little things like that. I keep a great circle of girlfriends around me. And I dove into work, truth be told. That's how I kind of, you know, dealt with this new world that we had to get used to, you know?
So I'm glad to hear you're still able to do some kind of work because I know that, the TV and films situation was just shut down. So
Yeah.
how's it been with the music industry and what are you able to do?
Well, you know what? Lucky for me, my studio actually got finished the week that they put us in quarantine.
Oh,
So, I mean, I walk around the corner and it has been my therapy, you know, like writing has always been very, very therapeutic for me, but it came in handy in a way that I didn't realize how much I would need to rely on it to let out any and everything, you know, that was in my head. So it's been pretty cool. It's been, you know, been cool.
I would imagine for you, being such a thoughtful person, because I think songwriters just have to be thoughtful people that are very observant and
Yeah.
feel things deeply. Are you more inspired during these times or less because you have less stimuli, or are you more inspired because you're just alone with your thoughts?
Um, you know, I feel, and you hit the nail on the head. I tell my friends and my mom, we talk about it a lot. I'm like, Mom, I swear I feel everything.
Mm,
Like I feel everything, but I think that emotions are beautiful. I like embrace them. And I think during times like this, there's, you know, there's so many highs and lows, you know, like on one hand, I'm so proud of my people for using their voices and protesting and marching. And so that gives me, you know, puts an extra battery in my back and makes me want to go harder and, you know, what it is that I do. But then on the other end, it's been a lot. It's been a trying year. You know what I mean? You've watched people lose loved ones and that, you know, as well, it affects how I create and how I work. So, the thing that I like to do, I just allow myself to feel, and a lot of times it manifests itself into a song.
and I guess that's why you're so successful at doing and at being such a great songwriter because
Thank
you feeling it, so we gonna feel it. So I will say, you recently teamed up. You're using your voice. You teamed up with rapper Yellopain and created a song, "My Vote Will Count." Can you tell us about that inspiration? And I love when artists use their platforms
thank you.
for change, for
Thank,
awareness.
thank you. Man, I gotta give credit to Catherine Bruton of BMI. She called me and told me about this amazing record and this amazing artist named Yellopain. And you know, I'll be honest, when I heard the record, he educated me. There was a lot that I didn't even, you know, realize that I didn't know. And I think that's what made me love the song, you know, all the more because it just breaks it down in the importance of voting in layman's terms. Like I played it for my nieces and my nephews, you know what I mean? And then I told my uncle, who's, you know, the dean of my old high school, like play this for the students at the high school. So um, we know how important it is to vote. You know, I mean, we already listen. The Fly didn't told us how important it is to vote. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the Fly. We're gonna get out there. We gonna vote. But it was amazing to be a part of this record, and I encourage everybody to listen to it and use it as a tool to educate. everyone, you know?
I think we need voices like yours and Yellowpain's now more than ever, because there is a whole resistance that's really working hard to discourage Black people from voting. The Trump administration was caught targeting, you know, like what, 3.5 Black people to not vote. And they just do stuff to turn us off. So for all those efforts, we need it. So for you, why is it so important for what do you think? Why is it so important for this young generation to vote in this upcoming election? You know, every time there's an election, they say this is the most important election of our time. But why do you think this one is so important?
Well, for one, they're looking out, and we're looking out too. But it's ultimately their future that we're crafting and we're creating. These are their future leaders who are going to be making, you know, decisions that are going to govern their lives. You know what I mean? And you know, I mean, to state the obvious, it's just disgusting the way that this current administration is. I can't even. We all know what that is, and I think that we have a lot more power than we realize, and they have a lot more power than they realize, and it's everything. It's life. It's about how we want to treat each other and who we want, you know, leading this nation and representing our nation. Because, you know, the beautiful American people that I know, like, we don't act like that. Like, this is love. You know what I mean? Like, my experiences, that's just not us. And I think that it's for their future. It's for our future, and you know, better representation of what I feel like, you know, our experiences are here. You know.
Yeah, and I like presidents and vice presidents that you know, flies aren't attracted to their bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm just saying.
How funny was that? I was here for that fly. The fly was like, okay, this is some bullshit. He's talking about Breonna Taylor right now.
Listen, God's timing, you know what? Can't beat that timing. That timing.
Speaking of Breonna, you've been really outspoken on social injustice and the death of Breonna Taylor on social media. So kudos to you for that. So how does the verdict affect you as a Black woman? You know, the fact that the walls got more justice than a Black woman. How did that affect you?
You know, and people have been asking me that a lot, but when I look at Breonna Taylor, I see my mother and my cousins and my aunts and myself. And, you know, if that were to happen to anyone that I know, I would be just as passionate. Breonna is our family. You know what I mean? Like, you're my family. And I think that we owe it to her and all the other Black women who have dealt just so much injustice in this country that we have to just use our voices. You know, for me, it was important because, you know, like I said, it's just not okay. I'm never gonna sit quiet when you're just watching just the blatant disrespect of another Black life. It's just disgusting.
I think this country owes Black women a lot more respect and honor, because I feel like we've been the soul of this nation. We've constantly come to the rescue with our voting and supporting everybody else. We're always at the front of the line, marching for everybody else's rights. And it's sad to see that it's not always reciprocated, but yet we still stay positive. We still stay with that fire, and we're fighting. You know, you don't see us defecting to the other side. We still are. There's just so much grace that Black women have and so much strength. And I just want to just shout out all the Black women out there that, in spite of constantly being disrespected and marginalized, we still stay the course.
We still stay the course. We still take the high road. We're still classy. We're still dignified. We still get on our knees at night and we pray. You know what I mean? It's just, we're beautiful people, man. I mean, I come from an amazing Black mother and grandmother and aunts, and these are a lot of our conversations too. So, yes, ma'am.
So October 10th, Saturday, October 10th was World Mental Health Day. And you recently talked about your struggle with depression, which kudos to you for that as well. I've also dealt with that. How are you battling I know once you experience depression, it's a lot easier to fall back into that. So you have to work at not going there, right? It's like an effort. You're like, wait, I feel like I'm going there. So how do you battle depression? What do you do?
I said this the other day. Because I recently said the other day, I said I don't have bad days anymore. And when I say that, I meant that first of all, I'm learning that just because I may have an obstacle that I was not, I wasn't, that may just come into my space and into my day that may try to, trip me up or trigger me. I have a calm down. I talk to God and I say, okay, what is this thing? Why is it bothering me? How do I get around it? How do I navigate it? Like, I literally have open conversations with myself. But I think that that's healthy and it's worked for me. And then I just have certain tools. Like every day, I wake up every morning and I watch a sermon, so that I can kind of just stay in that kind of space throughout my day. And at night before I go to sleep, I watch another one, because I started to realize that when I used to really deal with battle depression and anxiety, I would find that it would follow me even in my bed at night. You know what I mean? It would make it hard. I would lay there before I went to sleep and think about all of these, things that I have to face the next day. And like I said, I started to watch sermons at night so that I would fall asleep in this peaceful place and wake up in that same peaceful place. So that's how I navigate. It's really worked wonders for me. And I have a lot of great friends who call and they check on me. How are you feeling? Like, just simply asking someone, how are you feeling today? Are you okay? What's on your mind? Let's talk about it. Like, that goes a really, really, really long way. So those things.
Part of the burden that comes with being a Black woman is this cape that we put on ourselves. Strong Black woman. I'm a strong Black woman, where there's almost like a shame to admit that we're having these weak moments. And I see the more women that are letting go of that label and that unnecessary pressure we put on ourselves, the happier we can be, right? Because we don't have to be all things to everybody. We don't have to be saving everybody's day. Sometimes we need to be saved, and there's nothing weak about that. So I just want Black women that are listening to this and watching this interview to find confidence in what you're saying.
Yes.
And those friends that are coming to your life and you like, sometimes they shame, oh no, I'm good, and we lie. Those are angels. Those are the little angels in your life that God's like, go talk to Sevyn, go talk to Claudia, go talk to whoever.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? To help you. So yes, I'm happy to hear that. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with more Sevyn Streeter when we return right here in Out Loud. Welcome back to More Out Loud with your girl, Claudia Jordan. Now, soulmates, if you want to see more Foxsoul content, go to www.foxsoul.tv or download that Foxsoul app, or you can watch us on Fox Now, Fire TV, Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Zumu, Tubi, or Caffeine.tv. Now, if you're just tuning in, we are catching up with award-winning singer and songwriter Sevyn Streeter, who's being really transparent about mental health and what she does to get herself out of that rut that a lot of times, we may not give as much attention to as we need to. So I appreciate you talking about that. And you seem at peace, so it's certainly working.
I am. I'm in a really, really good space. And, I say it all the time, man, like, I just have to give God that credit. I'm very happy, very, very happy. Yeah.
Are you quarantining by yourself? You got some quarantine loving in your life.
Listen, Claudia, listen here now. We're going to talk to God. How about God? Since we're talking about you, you can send me a quarantine, babe. No. No, because it's been me and my studio. I swear. Like, no Netflix and chill for me. It's like,
what's wrong with these guys letting you be out here single? You're a catch.
You know what? Thank you, sis. You a catch too. You beautiful. And
I try to tell them.
Listen here. It's what it is, like, I'm just gonna chill until whoever he is reveals himself. Like, I just don't. I say all the time, I don't really play dumb too well. Like, I'm not really good at it, because in your everyday life, like, we have to run businesses and like really have to be on top of things 24/7. I can't turn it off when I'm dealing with with the guy. You know what I mean? I just can't. So I'm hoping that God will send somebody who, you know, who kind of can deal with that.
You get linked to people that you've never dated?
Pretty sure somebody's thrown around my name with some other names, but listen, I don't care. It don't bother me.
You know, when you're famous, you just can stand next to someone and you dating them, right?
This is very true. This is very, very true. I mean, you know what though? Dating in this quarantine dating is different. Like it's like a lot of FaceTimes and you know that type of thing. But
see, I would think that'd be a positive because you know when you have touch and all that, you in alcohol, you can jump the gun and jump into something too fast. You know, you got the FaceTime that can kind of protect you and make you got to get to listen and watch them and. If they can't call you at certain times, you know that there's a wife involved or a girlfriend, and you're like, okay.
Listen, no, this is very, 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 very true. I mean, I've had some pretty cool, you know, little quarantine dates. It is nice. You kind of feel like you're going back to like basics, like getting to really know somebody, and you know, just you know, asking each other all types of questions, and like that's cool. I'm enjoying that part, but. You know, sometimes I might want to jump the gun a little bit, Claudia. You know, it's been a long quarantine.
You're a grown woman. You in your prime. There's nothing wrong with that. And then that's how we get that good music.
Listen, right? You know, I'm just gonna go write a song about it. You know? So I song about it.
You started in the church, right, in Florida. You cultivated your voice in the church.
Yeah.
So how was it when you went from the church scene to making secular music? Was there any pushback? Were they like, oh no, you're going too fast? Or was there any of that?
My family, and my family's full of like pastors and ministers, and I've always really done both. There were even times where when I was younger, I was in a gospel choir with all my cousins, and we were singing at House of Blues. And after we got done performing, I went in the back, I changed my costume, and I went out and I performed and did my solo song. So it's like, you know, and I was younger, it wasn't saying anything crazy, but I've always done both, and I love gospel music. I love God, but I heard somebody say, or heard Warren Campbell say, at a church a long time ago. He was like, "Don't confuse, you know, my occupation with my salvation," and I always held on to that. I thought that was really, you know, I was like, "Dang, that's how I feel," you know. So, you know, I do both. I love it all, you know.
So, I mean, you clearly love it and you're good at it. Your songwriting credits include some of, you know, R&B's hottest singles such as Chris Brown's Fine China, Tamar Braxton's All the Way Home, Alicia Keys' New Day. Where do you get the inspiration for these songs? Is it things that you're feeling, or do you think about the artist that you're writing for? Like, how does that work?
It's a little bit of both. I love conversations. Like me and you could sit here and talk like this all day. Like I could write a whole song about your life right now. Like I'll ask you a few questions. Are you single? Do you, you know, what do you like with men? What do you feel like? Like just we'll have a whole conversation. But I feel like those make the best records when you're just honest and you know you just let it out and then and think about who you'll offend or whatever later, because that's the beauty in songwriting. It's like the more truthful a record is, the more it connects, the more you know, I just think it makes it more beautiful. So sometimes it's through things that I'm personally going through. If I'm going through a breakup, I've written plenty of, you know, breakup songs.
That's what I want to ask you. When you're dating guys, right? Do they worry like, oh, if I mess up, I'm gonna end up in a song?
They should worry. They should absolutely worry. Let me tell you why. Because I say all the time, I'm gonna write about whoever I'm dating. Period. Now, he's gonna determine what the song is gonna be about. You know what I mean? Like, you on some bull, you gonna listen and get ready, because I'm definitely gonna write a song about you. But if you're making me feel good, I'll write you the sweetest love song you ever hear in your life. You know what I mean? Ever in your life.
I love it because the you know what, it's the fans, we win either way.
Listen, come on. They're gonna either be out there singing bands or they're gonna be singing It Won't Stop. One or the other, but it's truthful, you know.
So let's switch gears and talk about your new album, Drunk Words, Sober Thoughts, which I love that title. So what can fans expect from this album? And was there a lot of drinking involved in the
Listen,
creation of this album?
listen, we definitely had a couple of drunken nights in the studio, but it was good ones, and we had the best conversations. I named the album "Drunken Words, Sober Thoughts" because there are a lot of things you can be under the influence of, and since the last time my fans have heard a project from me, I've been under the influence of love and lust and heartbreak and grief and all these different things. And I just wanted to give myself permission to just speak freely and not feel like I had to box myself in any kind of way. So if I felt lustful that day, you got you a lustful record. If I if I was mad as hell because I was going through a breakup and I didn't want to do that, sit on my couch and drink and fall asleep. I wrote about that. So I have songs called Liquid Courage and just things like that. But they can expect a lot of truth. And I want them to just be able to press a song and let the song speak either to them or for them. Because people don't always know how to say, I love you, or I'm sorry, or I miss you, or, or I can't stand you, or don't call me, So I like to give them a little bit of everything.
So you have a new single with Nigerian hitmaker Davido called Kisses.
Yes.
So talk about that. I mean, I went to Nigeria and that the music scene, like, it's popping over there. And
I heard. I've never gone.
Girl, they will love you over there. You'll probably get you a nice billionaire real quick. Like the tycoon.
Listen, I'm dying to go. I hear it's beautiful. I was literally talking to his team the other day, and they were like, "We have to get you over here." I'm like, I can't wait to come. But it was so much fun working with Davido and his team. Like, just amazing Black people. You know what I mean? Like the energy in the studio, it was just fun and organic. And the record's produced by Bongo, by the way, and written by One and Forrest, and then Jazzy came in, and it was a good vibe. So I really enjoyed it, and the video was so much fun. We actually shot, because we're in quarantine, we shot a lot of it here in my backyard. So yeah, and it was cool. It ended up, his people were here, my team was here, and it was nice. We had a great time. It was really
fun. What features on your album are you excited about the most? Do you have a bunch of features on there?
I do. I have quite a few. I have one I gotta keep to myself, but I have a lot that I'm really excited about. I have a record with Jeremiah that I love, called Wet Dreams, and I have a record with A$AP Ferg, and I have a record with Lucky Day, and I have just good vibes, and I can't wait for fans to get into it.
So you have a song called Wet Dreams. What's that about?
Girl, see, listen, Claudia, why you be trying to get me in trouble? I be trying to be good and my mama watching, no, I'm just kidding.
Your mama gonna hear Wet Dreams.
Listen, oh no, she asked me to send it to her, and I was just like, girl, you don't need to hear that song. Like, that girl, it's a very sexy, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a very sexy record, and Jeremiah sounds amazing. Like,
he's so good at the sexy songs, ain't he?
Girl, we gonna sing your panties off on this song. Like, in real life, it's definitely one of those. People gonna make a lot of babies to Wet Dreams. Okay.
Speaking of babies, what's something you're really excited to do when this quarantine's over?
When this quarantine is over, spend more time with my babies. Well, not my babies, but my nephews. Mm-hmm. They're like, those are my babies. I can't wait to get back out here and do more life with the people I love. Real talk. Like, I miss that. I miss being with my girlfriends and being able to get all dressed up and go to dinner and talk about what we're how's life like. And we still do it. We do it like this, and that's fine. But I just so love people, and I miss just hugging a stranger and saying hi, nice to meet you. Like, so I'm looking forward to us getting back to a little bit more life. People. I miss people.
When's the last time you had a nice high heel shoe on? Because like I have on socks every day and leggings from the waist down. I look like I'm very much Walmart.
I don't even have one pants at the current moment.
Really?
Yeah, no, there's a whole knee right here. See that?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Yes. But no, man, the last time I put on, you know what? My friend Mariama, it was her birthday recently. She had a small little quarantine birthday party, but we were all in the group chat like the day before, like, girl, what you wearing to the party? What you wearing to the party? Because I swear to God, you would have thought we were going to like an award show, because it had been so long since we got to, like put on some heels and put on a cute little dress and, get your hair done. And it was one of those, and we had a really, really, really nice time.
Well, next year is going to be super crazy. So I know it's going to be great with your music out there, events, everything being back open again. Hopefully we'll have a different administration in office. Streeter will be out. She'll have a nice boo out there.
Yes. We're going to speak that.
Yeah, we're going to claim all that love songs, maybe some baby songs. We talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yes. all of the above. All of the above.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you. You're just such a easy breezy woman to talk to, just super humble. And that's why, I remember when you came to Dallas for the fair, everyone was excited that you were there. Everyone at the radio station, you were just so sweet and kind to everyone. And you're like everyone's homegirl. Just the way your vibe, it just gives me that. So I can't see how, you're just someone that we just love to support.
Air hug, I'm giving you air hug. No, I really, same here. You've always been a girl's girl, and I've always really appreciated that. Like, that's a vibe. I live for girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important. So it's always great talking to you.
Well, when this is over, we're gonna have to get some drinks in person. How about that?
We are. And we're gonna put on our heels and our lipstick, even though we're gonna have our mask on. We'll be cute and glossy underneath,
Well, it was a pleasure. I need everyone to go out there and support Sevyn Streeter, Drunk Thoughts, Sober Mind.
Drunken Words, Sober Thoughts, yes.
Okay, well, I'm old and
It's okay. But thank you so much. Drunken Words, Sober Thoughts. That's my
Drunken Words, Sober Thoughts. Please support Sevyn Streeter. She's just a woman that we just need to support. Just super positive. We love you.
I love
you. You're fantastic. Thank you so much, girlfriend. And I'll talk to you soon.
See you.